We are
100 likes and we're doing that instead.
Tomorrow, on the 11th of January, he is done. Be there or be square.
The time of this.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Squad Gang, and today we're ranking and reviewing Ride the Lightning by Metallica. Oh yeah. You know the deal. We're just gonna do this and, yeah, sit back and relax and enjoy watching us review and rank Ride the Lightning by Metallica. Let's begin.
Alright, so this is my first Squad Gang video, and finally, it's my favourite album of all time we're doing, so pretty happy with that. But anyways, I think Fight Fire with Fire is an absolutely amazing opener. It's very intense, just sets up the tone perfectly for this, and has an amazing riff, amazing solo. This whole song is just amazing. If I really could, I'd give every song in here SS, but I'm going to be a bit more lenient, just like leave it in between the S and the SS, because I give all these songs 10 out of 10, so Fight Fire with Fire is starting off in the S tier.
Fight Fire with Fire. This song is very angry. S tier.
So, Fight Fire with Fire. Now, if you want to start your album off with a literal explosion, look no further than this song. The way Cliff Burton starts off with like a really solemn way to introduce the album, it's just really nice, and then striking down out of nowhere and keeping an insane pace and energy, it's just an incredible experience. I also really love James's vocals here, with the lines having kind of in the chorus having a growl towards it, and actually knows what the hell he's doing. Sweet times. Easy S, double S tier.
What an insane opener. Cliff Burton writes the first part really well. Overall just such a great song. I'm going with S.
So, we're really diving into Metallica, huh? This'll be fun. Anyways, beginning with Fighting Fire with Fire, with Fight Fire with Fire. Hell yeah, is what I could easily say just to kick things off. What I love is how it leads into it very subtly, because the way the guitar sounds when James first starts playing, it sounds like a creepy, like, toned sitar, I would say. It's like this type of guitar or stringed instrument that you would have to look up, but it has that feeling going for it, but then it shoots straight into like a powerful melody of metal. The drum beat gets into a style that sounds a lot like Travis Barker's drumming style, even though I know Ride the Lightning existed way before Blink-182. I love the raw energy of the guitar, the drums, and the overall melody. The rhythm of the vocals will trip you out because of the way it complements the drums and the guitar, but I still really, really like it. And thankfully Lars can actually drum in time before everything went to shit later down the line. So he's got that going for him, this album. But enough of that. I really enjoy this, and the lightning crash at the end just makes it a perfect opener for what is later to come with this album. So it's a bang for your buck, stunning intro, easy double S tier to kick things off.
Okay, Fight Fire with Fire is admittedly a really strong opener. I wanted to say it's their best opener honestly, but Battery exists so I can't say that. But this definitely is a strong contender. The way the song opens with like almost an acoustic song and then just gets heavy and loud is really cool. And when the heavy part hits, man is it satisfying. This song honestly feels like when you're driving really fast and the wind blows in your face. On top of that, the riff is really cool, and the harmonies and the bridge of the song is honestly amazing. It further solidifies the song as one of my favorites. This is definitely one of their thrashiest songs today, maybe even thrashier than anything on Kill 'Em All. Easy as S tier for me, what can I say?
Boy, I think that Fight Fire with Fire opens this album up perfectly with a really cool acoustics in the beginning, and then just kicks you with the sick-ass riff that is just thrilling and it shows you what you're in for with this album. This song is just straight up badass to the vocal delivery, the chorus, and that amazing solo. This isn't one of my top favorites on the album, but it is still really good. S tier for sure. Okay, in a vote of 4, 5 to 1, Fight Fire with Fire gets S tier.
Ride the Lightning, the title track, was my favourite song on this album for a while, until recently where I've just changed. But anyways, I think this song is excellent. Like, from that intro, which just is so, like, crazy, and just perfectly sets up the song so well, to that riff, and the chorus is super catchy as well. And then, I think this song also is one of Metallica's best bridges, and maybe even their best solo. This solo in the song is kicking ass, bro. I love the solo so much, and the bridge, it's just so awesome. Dave Mustaine wrote some awesome riffs. Just, it's good that Metallica stole them, to be honest. Yeah, okay, anyways, this is my first SS I'm giving this.
This used to be my favorite on this album. The chorus is very catchy. SS.
Alright, title track. Not as great as Fight Fire, but this is an 80s Metallica album. Everything is absolutely phenomenal. The title track honestly has one of my favourite Metallica solos. Just the whole instrumental period is fantastic. I'm getting to realise that this song is one of the 2 songs that on the album Dave Mustaine helped to write for is thing to know and listen for. It's close, but I think I'm going to go double S tier because this album is amazing.
Follows up Fight Fire in probably the best way possible. The opening riff and drum mix is satisfying to listen to. I also love James' vocals on here. I'll go SS. Very amazing song.
What can I say about the title track, man? Let alone the fact that it has an iconic opening riff, it reinforces how this album absolutely kicks ass, and it really makes me understand why this is Crazy's favorite. Even after the iconic opening riff, it does play out like a standard Metallica song with catchy guitar solos to make it unique, but the drums really hype it up and elevate it in the second half, which is much better than the first in my opinion. And yeah, Lars is still good with it. It ends with a riff where it begins in such a beautiful fashion that really sandwiches the whole song together into one unique experience. It's like you have this like hamburger where you have like 2 toppings in the middle that are both really good, and you might prefer one or maybe the other. You're still sandwiched with like a really good, I'm not gonna say it, you get the point. But this song is basically a perfect Metallica hamburger, the way I could say it. So with that analogy, I was originally gonna say it's S tier because it's not as good as Fighting Fire with Fire, or Fight Fire with Fire, but now that I think about it, I gotta give it its incredible merit that it deserves. This is going into double S tier because why not?
The title track for Ride the Lightning is probably the biggest fan favorite of the album, and it's for good reason. The harmonies are amazing, the harmonies at the start. This album in general has probably their best harmony work out of any of their albums. Admittedly, the chorus can be a bit corny for me, but I don't exactly mind it. But what really carries this song is arguably the solo. You could argue it goes on for a bit too long, but I'd say it argues its length, and that solo is just wow. Honestly, I'd go with an SS tier again on this one.
Ride Me Lightning is a great follow-up to Fight Fire with Fire, and this song's energy is just absolutely unmatched. The solo is the second best on the album and maybe one of the best in Metallica's whole discography. Also, the chorus just feels very iconic to me for very good reason. I really don't have that much to say about this other than I think it is very great and is definitely top 3 on the album. SS tier for sure. In a vote of 7 to 1, Ride the Lightning title track gets SS tier for very, very good reason.
Alright, here we are. Probably the most popular track on this album, For Whom the Bell Tolls, is an absolutely insane track. The heavy bass in the intro is partially one of the reasons why I actually wanted to start out doing music as like a career. I love the intro so much, and just like bass in general. Yeah, and then also you just have those really like menacing verses and choruses that kind of just make you feel like, with no other better way to put it, like the alpha. But yeah, anyways, I just think the song is absolutely amazing. I don't think it's quite the best song on the album, so I'm going to give it S tier.
My favorite Metallica song. I love this very, very much. SS.
For Whom the Bell Tolls, this is an example of a song where it is easily the most popular. In my opinion, it's actually my least favourite on the album. Obviously, it's still an amazing song, bells are very powerful, and the song has really strong lyrics. The main reason I would say that this is my least favourite track on the album is that not only is it kind of lacking energy compared to others like Trapped Under Ice or Fight Fire, but also I do wish the lyrics lasted longer because I feel like the intro and outro do last quite a long time. Obviously still an S tier, which shows how great this album is, but I did expect a little bit more.
Iconic song. Iconic bell. Time will always march on with this song. But I do prefer others despite how peak this song is, so S tier.
Well, we made it to what is easily the most popular track of the entire album, From Whom the Bell Tolls. And if I'm going to give this song 2 words to describe it, the best way I could describe it is fuck yeah. Because that is the feeling that this song easily evokes whenever someone listens to Metallica for the first time. I mean, the iconic bell ringing and the iconic guitar riff is just absolutely perfectly fit for this song. You got Papa Hetfield going crazy with the vocals and the guitar, that you can't help but love it. Everything about this song is amazing. What more needs to be said? Even Sabaton did a cover of this song, and while I don't think it's as good as the original, it just goes to show how long this song has stood the test of time, and nowhere else can I say that than just by listening to it and then giving my thoughts on it, and which is exactly what I'm doing. But you get the point. It's one of the best Metallica songs of all time for a damn good reason, and it deserves its popularity, so I would easily put it in the double S tier.
Okay, For Whom the Bell Tolls. If there's any song anyone knows from this album, it's arguably this one. And I mean, it definitely deserves the popularity. This song probably fits more so than any other song on the album to the album art. Every song does, but this song probably more so. Very cool main riff. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say. The song kind of speaks for itself. Admittedly, its popularity has kind of made it win on me, so I will give this the singular S tiers.
For Whom the Bell Tolls used to be my favorite on the album, for good reason, but I think other songs are definitely way better. Anyways, this song is very iconic, and it just kicks you into it right away. And that goddamn bass is so amazing! Yeah, I just think this song is just badass all the way through. The vocals and the riffs are just cool as hell. Just as most of this album is. I was debating between S and SS tier, but I'm gonna save SS tier for my top half of the album, so I'm gonna place it in S tier. In a vote of 3, 4 to 1, For Whom the Bell Tolls gets S tier.
Alright, you know what's funny? I used to think this song was really overrated. Now I've realized how dumb I was, and I do think this is one of Metallica's greatest songs. The emotion on the song is just so good. This song is just like a pure example of Metallica's best doings. Nowadays I love this song so much, and I think just that acoustic intro is a great example of that. To that kind of post-apocalyptic bridge, the way I kind of see this song is depression, which I think is the way it is actually interpreted. I think of it as someone who's giving up on life and finally letting go, and I feel like that's portrayed from the intro. It's oh no, I have depression, and then now it's the bridge was I'm kind of free. Yeah, I think this song's just amazing, so I'm gonna give this double S.
This song is good. I like the autistic guitar. Nothing much about this song is very special to me. Sad lyrics, at least.
Fade to Black. The song has been on a journey with me. When I first started getting into Metallica, not only did I think this was one of the weakest on Ride the Lightning, but also not even a 9 out of 10 song. But, Before You Murder Me about 8 separate times, the more time and more attention I brought to this song, it gave me a new feeling, and it progressively went up the rankings every single listen to where we are now, and it is now not only in my top 3 for Ride the Lightning, but now top 7 all of Metallica. And it is one of the few songs by the band that has actually made me feel, along with To Live Is To Die, because I love Cliff Burton. Anyways, easy SS tier, and I cannot believe how much of an idiot I was when I was a little bit younger.
Yeah, you're pretty much a fucking dumbass.
Very true.
Another iconic song, beautiful lyrics, and the whole experience is so immersive. The switch up at the second half was so nice. Solo is fantastic, obviously. SS tier. What else did you expect?
Okay, Fade to Black. This one, I had to listen to multiple times, and now I fully understand why it is beloved by so many, including myself to this day. This song is a really good ballad that could possibly even rival One and its first half alone for being one of the saddest Metallica songs that they have ever put out. I mean, we get the same style of a beginning where the guitar sounds like a sitar again, and it meshes great with the opening guitar when you go into the song. And even though it has that metal oomph to it, it still feels like James is sitting there singing his heart out through a sad, nihilistic ballad about how like life is meaningless, like I want to die, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. But even then, it has this very anthemic turn by the second half. And for a 6-minute song, it really plays with that change very, very well, to where I just absolutely love and adore it. I originally was going to put this as like a singular S, but damn, now that I'm looking back on it, I'm going to have to elevate it to a double S tier. It's just that the substance to it and the meaning behind it really makes you feel that emotion to it, to where it's one of the better Metallica songs that people will appreciate over time the more that they listen to it. So I'm changing it from a singular S to a double S. This is awesome.
Fade to Black is a beautiful song. And for the band's first power ballad, wow, the fact that this song captures so well the feeling of loneliness and emptiness is just kind of impressive. I love the very melancholic vibes, and then the transition to soft and to heavy, you get what I mean? But this is yet another song that's carried by its solo, which is probably Kirk Hammett's best solo overall. Another SS tier, easily.
We have made it. My favorite song on this album and my second favorite Metallica song of all time, Fade to Black. This song is just so powerful with everything it does. The acoustics contrasting to the electrics, the quite depressing lyrical matter that hits you really hard, and easily the best part of the song, the bridge in the beautiful ass solo. It is easily the best moment on the album, no debate. Fade to Black is just a striking song, and it's by far the greatest song on the album. It is maybe top 25 songs of all time if I think about it hard enough. One of the easiest SS tiers I've given in all of Squad Gang thus far.
Been easier than Famous Last Words or no?
Yeah, I'd say so. In an almost unanimous vote again, 6 votes for SS, 1 vote for A. Fade to Black
Ryan.
gets SS tier. Ryan, I'm
Ryan.
gonna get you.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
get you.
Ryan, bro.
BTA is in order.
Alright, I think Trapped Under Ice is some of the best riffs in all of Metallica. Like, that bridge riff is just absolutely insane. Also, the intro from, like, the, sustained chords, just a really thrashy riff. I love it so much. I do think this song pretty handily is, the second worst off the album. So for those reasons, I'm going to give this an an S tier. Even though this song is still amazing, I'd still give it a 10 out of 10.
I don't have anything to say. I like this song. SS.
What a switch up from the sad and just depressing vibes of Fade to Black into this absolute banger. I wish this song would get played live more, even though James has said it's really hard for him to do it because of how high-pitched his voice was in the original, but come on, this song is amazing. And there's not really much else to say here, but honestly, I do find it funny how we started the album off with Fight Fire and now we're Trapped Under Ice. Anyways, double S tier because yes.
Just like bell tolls. I'm sad that this is in my bottom half because like Waldwick said, this song goes so hard. James cooks under ice somehow. S tier.
Oh my god. Trapped Under Ice is freaking awesome. So, I like how one of you mentioned how we go from fight fire with fire to trapped under ice with that contrast of like the weather and the elements, because funny enough, they give off the same energy even though they're about two different things. I mean, I was literally thinking about how this borrows the crazy drums from Fight Fire with Lars being good, but this time James goes even further with the vocals where he screams like he is actually trapped under ice, as the song suggests. And it's just this very, very loud, angry, crazy, anthemic cry for like help. You're struggling to try to break out of that ice that has you trapped, whether that's a metaphor for anything you're stuck with in your life, or whether you take it literally like you're trapped under ice. Either way, it still works incredibly well for the vibes that this song gives off. Funny enough, this had me thinking that this should be a theme for the Titanic, because it reminds me of how the Titanic would crash into the iceberg, and James is singing as if he's trapped under the ice as the Titanic is sinking. So I just love going into it with that mentality, which I think is really awesome. And the epic fucking guitar solos absolutely sell this song hard. I love every bit that it goes for to blow this song up into being one of the better Metallica songs that a lot of people need to listen to more, especially on this album. It gets one of the easiest double S tiers I have given any Metallica song. Put it right up there.
Trapped Under Ice is not only my favorite song from Ride the Lightning, but it's a strong contender for my favorite Metallica song. It's definitely my top 3. This song is just perfect. Like how Fade to Black captured the feeling of emptiness so well, this song captures so well the feeling of what it's like to be, you know, trapped under ice. It's gotta suck, not gonna lie. Even outside of that, this song is just crazy. The solos, the main riff, and the bridge, all of it is just mind-blowing. SS tier, and I have no idea how this is considered one of the weakest songs on the album.
Trapped Under Ice is a very great song with lots of energy, even right away when you first start off the song. I think it's just a very fun, I just think that it's very fun, and the chorus is just delivered perfectly, vocally and lyrically. Even the lyrics in this whole song tell an interesting story. I don't really have much to say, but it's a really fun listen overall, with the instrumentals being energetic, and this is in my top 4, so I'm happily giving this an SS tier. In a vote of 4, 3-1, Trapped Under Ice gets double S tier. Love to see it.
This might be the most overhated Metallica song. I think everyone just hops on the bandwagon that they hate the song because James does, which I don't really get why they do. Like, I kind of get why James hates it, but like, no one else really has a reason to hate it. I think this song has amazing harmonies, a really catchy chorus, and that outro is also like really good. Feels almost kind of grand. Even though I do think this is the weakest off the album, this song is still amazing and extremely overhated. S tier.
Leo Metallica for hating this song. This song slaps. SS.
Okay, Escape. Not as great as the last two, but hey, with the very short time they bothered to make with this song, it's really impressive. I love how this song flows and how infected the chorus is. I'm still singing it no matter what situation I'm in. And I really like how the song ends too, with the sirens and the quiet vocals. James hating on this song is honestly so not based, because this is a vibe. We'll say S tier because it's not a top favourite, but what else do you expect? An F tier? I'm not Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
It's gonna make my light bulb jokes so much better.
That was amazing. That was beautiful.
We love Ryan, but at the same time we hate Ryan.
It's okay, we're trying to cure his autism, audience, don't worry.
Dog opinions!
B tier.
F tier! This
Cheer
freaking
for Blood.
sucks!
I am
This sucks!
Blood getting F tier is gonna be one of the things I have a personal vendetta against.
Unsurprisingly, this is my least favorite on the album, but this is my second favorite album of all time. So every song is such a blessing to listen to. Cool sirens, and amazing bridge. S tier. I will always remember that one. Live Clay.
So, Escape. This one, I don't think it's bad by any means. I wouldn't call any Ride the Lightning song bad, to be fair. But I want to say I have this funky dilemma with it. Like, it's good. Like, the guitar sounds nice and everything. And it has good drums, like Lars is always doing. I'm still going to give him credit for this because he needs to hear how good he was back then, because he needs to fix his shit right now. But I will say this is a pretty safe Metallica song, and I get why that is, because it was basically studio mandated and rushed to be made in 3 days, as Crazy just said. So give it a little bit of flack for that, or play it safe myself too. So it's still nice. Like, I think there was a nice add-on with the effect of like a nuclear alarm in the background that made it sound a little bit ominous. So it has that going for it as far as being like a creepy Metallica song, but it still does feel very studio mandated now that you say it. So while I wouldn't bash on this completely, I don't find it to be too special. Like, it's obviously the lowest point of the album, but that doesn't mean it's like dog shit or anything like that. But I think I'm gonna play it safe and just put it in A tier. It's just, that's what it is. Not out of hate, just out of reality. That's all.
Many would consider this the weakest song on the album, and I'm one of those. I mean, it's not a bad song by any means, it's still great. It's just not as good when you compare it to the rest of the album. It feels kind of rushed and underdeveloped in a way, because funnily enough it actually was rushed and underdeveloped. Those that don't know the story, the song was written after they were told that the record label needed a new song for the album, and that's how the song came about. I like the chorus quite a bit, and yeah, but like, compare this to Fight Fire with Fire, Fade to Black, Trapped in the Rise, or even For Whom the Bell Tolls, this song just doesn't compare. On a Metallica song generally tier list, I would put this in S tier, but for this album I'm going to put it in the A tier.
I think that Escape is a really underrated song that does not get the recognition that it deserves. Yet, it is still my least favorite on this album. But by saying this, no song is below S tier, and Escape is literally nowhere near bad, just not as good in comparison to the rest of the album. The chorus is probably my favorite part of the song, and I really like the instrumental on this one. It still is a little bit underwhelming compared to the rest of the album, but I still like it a lot. S tier. In a vote of 1, 5 to 3. Escape, it's S tier.
Alright, Creeping Death. Now, I don't really see the greatness in this song until recently. While I do still think that it was really good back then, I just didn't see how good it was until now. I saw Metallica about 2 months ago now, and Creeping Death was the opener they played, and oh my god, it was absolutely amazing. Probably my favorite song they played that night, or my favorite performance they did that night, because I still think One is a better song. But anyways, this song is still fucking amazing. From that riff, and every time the bridge comes on, and it's just live, and everyone goes, die, die. It's just fucking awesome to see. And it's just such like a hype song, I'd say, as well. So yeah, I love everything about the song. The harmonies as well are also just fantastic. The lyrics are also extremely good. So with all that together, this is my favorite song. It's my second favorite song. My second favorite song of the album. Yes, I'm giving this double S tier.
It should be your favorite though.
But one's better.
I think I know.
Yeah, I get it.
I always forget this song. I don't know why this is good. S tier.
Creeping Death. While I don't love this song as much as other massive Metallica fans do, the song is obviously still a classic. A band gathering together was a blast to hear, mainly on the Die By My Hand part, and getting Cliff on the backing vocals for the last chorus. Chef's kiss. I don't need to say much else. Another double S tier. The songs are just so good, it's outstanding. And quickly I want to mention the B-sides because they're really good. Evil, it starts out a little bit repetitive, but oh my god, the second half is up so much. And Blitzkrieg is just fun with a funny burp at the end. So yeah.
What an exhilarating listen. Such a sick riff mixed with one of my favorite vocal performances, maybe ever. I love Papa Hetfield trademark Star Wars man. SS tier, no other option at all. Favorite on the album without a doubt. Well done to the band.
This is one of the greatest Metallica songs of all time. I am not afraid to say it. This is easily my favorite off of Ride the Lightning, and it's clearly easy to see why, and it's one of my favorite Metallica songs just in general. I have no idea why it wasn't in my top 10 list on my top 20 favorite bands video. That was a big freaking mistake. That needs to be fixed immediately. But going back to the song, oh my fucking god. This has every single thing that I would want in a Metallica song that isn't a part of Master of Puppets, because that album's already perfect. So if we count out any song that isn't from Master of Puppets, this is a quintessential song to listen to. It has everything I want. Kick-ass drums, kick-ass guitar, kick-ass vocals, kick-ass harmony, kick-ass bass. Papa Hetfield is going balls to the freaking wall with his vocal performance that sounds both heavy and very elegantly crafted. I love how it intertwines with all of the instrumentals that are going pedal to the metal with the energy that they are bringing with this song. And it has one of my favorite guitar melodies ever, or breakdowns if you want to count it that way, because this just gives the ultimate feeling of wanting to be a freaking badass when it comes to the metal scene. I absolutely would keep gushing about this song, and I love it to death, oh so very freaking much. I need to stop myself before I start talking about this song all day and all night. This is one of the easiest double S tiers of my entire life, especially upon re-listen. I love this freaking song, double S, right now, or I'm gonna freaking kill you.
With Creeping Dead, we are back on track. Another one of the album's best songs, and another big fan favorite, and it was, I think, the only single for the album, and I can definitely see why. It's a great song, and the main riff is just wild, man. Again, I don't really know what to say about this song, because I feel this one kind of speaks for itself. It's just great, and that bridge chant is just, wow. It's insane, man. SS tier easily.
About that, and on that note, Creeping Death is a great song with a great guitar solo, but I do still think that I'm sleeping on it a little bit though, because I know that I'm going to be absolutely flamed and ridiculed for this opinion, but it is my second least favorite on this album. I really do
ETA right now.
I really do want the songs to be higher up on my list, but I like almost everything else on this album more. I think that Creeping Death is really badass though, especially the bridge, S tier. In a vote of 6, 1 to 2. Okay, why did 2 people vote for A tier? Why?
Because Ryan and Chris are
Freaking
special.
Ryan.
And I thought I was cooked for
Ryan's
voting
like I
S tier.
said, Ryan's execution day is the 15th of January.
Yep, 15th of January, the execution day, guys.
Oh my god.
Live stream, Squad Gang live stream will be up for the execution day.
Yes.
Yeah, Creeping Death gets SS tier.
As it should.
Let's go. If I could give this triple S, maybe even quadruple S, maybe even quintuple S, I would. But I can't due to the tiers. Okay, anyways. This is my second favorite Metallica song, Only Been My Disposable Heroes, which is my favorite song of all time. However, now I'm actually starting the question out. But anyways, Call of Cthulhu is just an absolutely amazing song. That calm intro is just really ominous. And I said calm, which kind of contradicts, but you get the point. And it just sets the scene so well. And then as soon as, like, the verse, which is what I'm going to call it, even though this is an instrumental song, breaks, you hear that heavy bass tone mixed with those grueling guitars that create an insane atmosphere that's just like, it's kind of like, oh my god, the zombie apocalypse is gonna happen. And hearing those like bass licks from Cliff Burton is just so awesome. And then in the middle of the song where it all breaks down, all the sustained chords happened, you hear some like bass wail, and it's kind of like Cthulhu is coming alive. Like, he's come back. The caller's like succeeded. He's back, and it just creates a lot of tension in that part. And then on the outro, we just come back to the ominous intro, but with some like extra, like, I'm not sure what to call them, like kind of like bells maybe. But that also creates some great atmosphere with it. Kind of just like, it's like post-apocalyptic. And then that outro with all those guitars and the drum solo and the mini like guitar solo as well. I love the song to bits. With all things considered, if I could get this SSSSSSS tier, I absolutely would. But considering the boundaries of this tier list, I'm gonna give this the very top of SS tier. My second favorite Metallica song, my favorite song on this album, Let's Go.
A bit overrated in my opinion. It isn't bad, just a weak way to close off an album, B tier.
Well, we have finally made it to what is, in my opinion, one of the best songs I have ever heard. The Cliff Burton cooking session has came. If you thought we wouldn't see Cliff Burton be absolute front stage after anesthesia pulling teeth, stupid Ryan ass off your face, because this almost 9-minute epic masterpiece just goes everywhere and it sounds like it was recorded on a different galaxy. It just makes me transcend up to space, as a lot of songs normally do. While it may not be my favourite Metallica song because Phantom Lord's riff is just so beautiful, this is without a doubt their absolute song, and I highly doubt they are never ever going to plateau again, because honestly nowadays Metallica is kind of mid. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Is something like If Darkness Had a Son or Am I Savage is going to be better than Call of Cthulhu? Shut up. Anyways, Burton, may you rest in peace, you absolute beautiful and skilled person. You deserve to live way longer than 24 years. Stupid driver, I hate you. God, double S tier.
Wow, what a song. Even if this song goes beyond a song, it's that amazing. The power of being thwarted all the way throughout. It feels like the band was on steroids because this is impressive, even for them at their peak. Even if it's not my favorite on the album, it's too immersive to ignore anything. SS tier, it's such a beautiful way to end off such a beautiful album.
Okay, so now we have finally reached the end of Ride the Lightning, and we conclude the whole thing with The Call of Cthulhu, or Cthulhu, however you pronounce it, depending on how you research Lovecraftian lore. Which, yeah, it's obviously a reference to Cthulhu, the Lovecraftian creature himself that many people praise and worship as if he's gonna, like, come save us all or just smite the world to dust or whatever you call it. But I don't know, I'm not that superstitious, who cares? But anyway, this song has a very slow yet haunting melody before the drums kick in, and it has really nice guitar solos thrown in there to keep you hooked and all. I think it's very well done for 8 minutes of just an instrumental track. That being said, you do have to make every second count if you're gonna pull something off like that, with or without vocals. Either way. Like, a good example would be Jesus of Suburbia of American Idiot, because while they do have like vocals like a casual song, they do like 5 different movements in that song. You don't get that with Call of Cthulhu, but I still think it's handled very, very well for what it's worth, because Burton is still a really, really good member that will be sadly missed. Also, with that being said, I do have to admit, there are a few bits here and there in the song that do feel a little repetitive, because yeah, it's an 8-minute song and you have to make every second count, but it's like they stretch some of the parts out, which I understand, but it's very, very noticeable. That could be a problem for some. I didn't have that big of a problem with it. It's just something that I saw when I listened to it. But it's still really good. It even refers back to a guitar ballad at the end on top of a really cool timpani effect just before it crashes out with a bang with the guitar, drums, and everything like that that you would get out of a metal band. I think it's done very well until the bitter end, but with those slight issues, I wouldn't say it's the most incredible thing in the entire universe. I will say you could call it, in a ways, a slightly flawed masterpiece. Not that it's bad, it's just that I get it's a masterpiece, but I don't think it's like the most masterful thing. Even with that, even if I still really like it, I'm gonna safely put it at a very comfortable singular S tier. I think that's a good spot to put it, and I hope you people can understand where I'm coming from.
And finally, we have Call of Cthulhu. Before I reveal my thoughts on this song, I will admit that I'm not too great on instrumental songs, and so that's kind of causing the song to be one of my least favorites. But mainly because the main riff just kind of gets repeated way too many times, and this is an almost 9-minute song, so I think that's kind of. But I do really like this song, and I like the atmosphere it builds, which is actually an atmosphere that every song here builds, and I know I'm not repeating it because why did I be beating a dead horse essentially? Overall, I think Call of Cthulhu is S tier.
Going from my second least favorite to my second favorite on the album, the Call of Cthulhu really blows my mind despite being only an instrumental. This is a great closer to the album, and it does a very good job capturing the energy one last time before you're done with the album. Every part of this song is amazing, especially the main riff and the ending section. The instrumental might be a little bit repetitive, but that does not downgrade the song whatsoever, and it still kicks a lot of ass. I kind of agree with what Star Wars said about that, so yeah. I don't really know if this is a hot take or not, but this is top 2 on the album, and it is probably in my top 10 Metallica songs. SS tier easily, and that wraps up the journey of the beautiful experience of Ride the Lightning. Also, Orion better.
Yeah, I would say Orion is a little bit better. I do kind of agree.
I think Orion's just slightly worse. Still one of the greatest Metallica songs, so it's definitely my top 3.
Oh yeah, speaking of
Yeah,
Orion,
you can flip-flop between the two.
Speaking of Orion, Orion's my new favorite Metallica song. 'Cause yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't really connect that with this album, but I'm gonna say it here, because I just mentioned it. Yep, in a vote of 6, 1 to 2. 2 votes for B tier! Yeah, somebody's getting touched! Call of Cthulhu very much deservingly goes into the S tier.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah! Yeah!
I don't know. I'll just set it right now. 100 likes, and then we will fly Ryan to Crazy's house so that we can give them the
actually, you know what?
that he deserves.
Since Ryan gave it the B tier, we have biggest execution day to tomorrow. Okay?
Really?
Be there or be square. Show up at Central Park, New York.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
We are
100 likes and we're doing
Ryan
that instead.
tomorrow. On the 11th of
Damn.
January, he is done. Be there or be
The
square.
time of this recording.
Yeah, show up on the 10th of January or the 11th or whatever it is for you. Yeah, show up. You will be there. It will be fire.
I'm going to throttle him.
You're gonna what?
What?
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more. And I don't actually know what we're doing next. Yeah.
We should never mind. Or dirt.
I hope this video was a lot more of a refreshment from the American Idiot video, which will eventually be finished editing at the top some point.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I hope you all have a lot of fun watching that.
By the time of this
no.
recording, aka January 9th at 5:49 p.m. EST, the American Idiot video will at least be published in a week from now, if not earlier, I hope. So, you never know.
Good luck.
Yeah. So as I was saying, like and subscribe if you want more content, and you should let us know what albums you want us to do in the comments, so we actually have good suggestions, and it would be very awesome.
And if you like hearing my voice, we should recommend In the Court of the Crimson King so you can hear me yap for the next years.
Oh yeah, we need yeah, the trailer Trailer. Yeah, that's all. That's
Trailer.
the only hint I'm gonna give you guys. Trailer.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
See you later.
bye! Bye!
See you later.
See you later, fellas.
100 likes and we will get
Ugh.
Ryan executed.
One like, so it happened sooner.
Who did that?
FBI, this is a joke.
It
Please
was
don't
one
kill
word.
us.